Good afternoon, Pathways students and families. Welcome to your weekly video updates. It's the second to last version as this school year is really coming close to being done. So we are going to hit things off real quick here with some announcements, and then I've got some names to read, graduate students doing what they got to do, etc. So let's start out today with some information for students who are not graduating this year, seniors, juniors who are not finished, and will be returning to us in August when we start school again. Quickly, first off, you can work on your classes this summer. You might have like a class you failed in Extra 3 that's at 50% and you need to get that caught up, or maybe you'd like to get a jump start on a class. You can talk to your counselor about that. But if you want to work on classes this summer, I really need to know that. The counselors and the teachers need to know that. So with my communication going out today, there will be a link on there for a Google form about summer classes. If you're interested in working on your classes this summer, please submit that form. Make sure we have your name spelled correctly, and then talk about what classes you would like to fix. If you don't know which classes you need to make up, or if you want to go ahead, then put something in there to note that to the counselors, and the counselors will reach out to you over the next couple of weeks to get things ready for after graduation. So, great opportunity to get things going this summer. I highly encourage it, but please fill out the Google form that's coming out so we know what we need to do to help support you with that. The first couple of weeks of June, we will have some staff members available in the Google rooms to support you if you have any questions, and we'll be publishing that schedule as soon as we get that taken care of. So, if you need to make up classes this summer, need to jump ahead, fill out the Google form on the communication. Next up, those students who are coming back next year, I need you to turn in your devices. Your Chromebooks, the chargers, everything that goes with it, those need to come in at the end of next week, Thursday or Friday, May 27th or May 28th. May 27th, normal office hours here at Pathways. Feel free to drop a Chromebook off between 8 and 5. We'll get that checked in. It's Friday, that'll be a shorter time period, 8 to noon, but we need to collect all devices that have been out this year. If you really need to check one out over the summer, we will have that discussion with you once you check in the one you've used this year, but all the ones being used this year have to go back to the district. So those students, please get that done later next week. All right, let's move on to information for graduates. A lot of things happening tomorrow. That's May 20th. There's a lot going on for tomorrow. So a couple of things. Tomorrow's the deadline to have your Chromebooks turned in. There are some of you who still need to turn in your Chromebooks. If you don't turn in your Chromebook, that turns into a big fine. If you don't pay your fees, then you can't walk in graduation. Your fees have to be at zero tomorrow in order to walk in the ceremony on Tuesday. If your fees are not paid off, we will not be able to pass your cap and gown off to you on Monday. That's how it works. That's district policy. You can always get your cap and gown after the ceremony if that's the situation, but you cannot walk if you haven't paid your fees down to zero. A lot of you don't have a lot of pathway stuff going on, but you maybe have some books, things that have happened in the past. That has to all get cleared up in order for you to walk in the graduation ceremony. So tomorrow, May 20th, that's the due date to get graduate Chromebooks turned in. That's the due date to have your fees paid down to zero. Please get that taken care of. All right, the other thing happening tomorrow for graduates is we will be having our virtual graduation practice at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I've already got the Zoom link posted on the website. It'll go out in today's email as well. I will be hosting the live practice tomorrow, and it's really just to give you guys instructions on what to do on the graduation day. Like, hey, for example, the ceremony's at 11, graduates have to be there at 10:15. So there's a lot of things that we need to get you information on, give you some instructions for your families, like seating and all of that good stuff. So that's going to happen at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. If you're working, if something's going on, don't stress. I will be recording that Zoom meeting. I will turn it into a video and put it online later tomorrow so that you can please watch it either by Monday. Get ready for that graduation ceremony, okay? So that's happening tomorrow as well. Next up for graduates, of course, will be cap and gown pickup. That's Monday from 11 to 3 here at Pathways. We'll have your caps and gowns. We'll have your tickets, no more than 8 tickets per student. Remember, that's the rule. We will have yard signs for you, graduation yard signs. That you can pick up Monday, 11 to 3. Remember, to get that stuff, you have to have your fees paid off. Your Chromebooks have to be turned in. And then, of course, graduation, that's on Tuesday. And it's all going to happen from there. It'll be awesome. It'll be fun. Excited to see you and your families and recognize your achievements from this school year. All right, let's talk about some people who are doing what they got to do. You can see I got stuff on here, guys. Here we go. First of all, we've got perfect attendance winners for this past week. This will be the last week that we make these announcements. So congrats to these 3, and they will have gift cards coming their way. David Escobar, Kalia Schmoll, and Isaiah Parada. Well done for perfect attendance last week here at Pathways. We have some students that some teachers wanted to shout out for their hard work this past couple of weeks. Darlene, big shout out to Andrew McGuire and David Escobar. And Deb gives a shout out to Katie Hoffman and Corbin Gaffai for doing what you guys have to do. Well done. Next announcements. These students are student of the Hexter for Hexter 6. So we took all the student of the week winners for Hexter 6, and then the staff votes on who is the student of the Hexter for each session. So these folks, rock and roll, you'll get a free gift card from Old Chicago mailed to you. Here we go. AM student of the Hexter 6, congrats, that's Emily Moore. PM student Hexter 6, that goes to Alina Jara. Nice recovery, Alina. And evening student for Hexter 6, whoa, a lot of craziness. Evening student of the Hexter is Kevin DeMott. Well done, Kevin. Way to go, all three of you guys. All right, here we go. Let's get into the mood here. Gotta have a little graduation music. It's graduation season. All of these names on here, these are graduates that have finished up this past week. There's a few more that haven't quite tied things up. They're getting things cleaned up, but these are all the students that I've got to announce that I can confirm today who are high school graduates. I gotta take these things off so I can read. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me, it's a list. Danielle Pauly, Advino Sawa Baldazan, Alex Langdale, Kalia Schmoll, Joseph Wright, Graydon Sauter, Michael Avino Brito, Annabelle Aguilar, Jocelyn Raquel Valle, Aaron Lopez Jasso, Jada Abeda, Giovanni Ariano, Carla Suarez Prieto, Brandon Alcala Ibarra, Amber Cook, Brandon Hyman, and Alondra Ruvalcaba. Here we go. Next section, Savante Jones, Isaiah Parada, Angie Santos, Cruz Montoya, Jonah Riney, Diana Mohibi, Karina Reyes Lopez, Savannah Warland, Sierra Maldonado, Griselda Rodriguez Soto, William Sanchez, Desmond Romero, Raven Schrader, George Chavez, Madrid Alvarado, and Luis Ramirez Cortez. Whew. Section number 2 and section 3, here we go. Chelsea Towers, Ashley Sullivan, Caitlin Strachan, Giselle Sanchez Gomez, Jackie Sainz Luavano, Joanna Romero Olguin, Brianna Ramirez, Donovan Quintana, Jocelyn Peralta, Monse Morales, Addison McGraw, Anthony Martinez, Amy Martinez Lira, Santana Moraz, Samuel Ledesma, Brandon Jimenez, Devin Herrick, Cooper Hepp, Jason Gonzalez, Christian Gomez Varela, Sarahi Garcia Gonzalez, Robert Ferris, Emilio Farrell Dolphy, Matthew Diaz, Jordan Doyle, Jose Cordero Ruiz, Leslie Cardosa Silva, and Ezekiel Burrs. I hope you stuck with me. That's awesome. We added these to our list of graduates. It's going to be awesome seeing everybody in person next Tuesday for our graduation ceremony. Do what you got to do, ladies and gentlemen. Fees, Chromebooks, virtual practice, all that kind of stuff. Have a great Wednesday.